All right, let's see if we get live at some point. At some point, we got to go live. At some point. There we are. I think. Yep, it's got to be me because that's my thing on there. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome again. Welcome for the second time, hopefully. I'm your host, Comms, for the first race of Moomin. Stop moving, but Moomin is here. So I don't know. Hey Richie, I thought I was doing comms today. So either way, you're going to get my side of the story. So welcome to DTR's first race of their new IMSA series. We are at Daytona for 90 minutes, and as a bit of a treat, it is a mixed class of cars. We have two classes, and it's a GTP and a GTD. And the way we have it set up right now is the series is broken down into several different races and race classes. We have support races and we have main races. And next round, I believe we have support races, and we'll go into that in a minute. But at this race, we are using GTPs, which are the Group 1 class of cars in Gran Turismo 7. And the other class of cars is the GTD class of cars, in which in this series we are using the Group 4 cars, which are loosely based off of GT4s. So quite a difference in speed and handling, downforce and aero. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how the faster and the slower drivers handle each other while on track, because it's a very fast lap in a Group 1 car, and it's a very slow lap in a Group 4 car. So we'll see how it goes, and we wish everyone luck. You are going to probably kick off racing, qualifying that is, in probably about another less than 10 minutes. I think they wanted to kick off at 20 till the hour, so let's go on board. So some familiar faces here. There's Wes, and there's Nick, and follow me, and Birch. So Tosh, welcome. I haven't been there with her for a while. There's Ian, and a kind of homage to Iron Dames. They don't generally use the Group 1 cars, but he really likes the Iron Dames team. And this is a new driver for me, Tom Fear. I think we can go back and check out what his PSN handle is. And then Natalia 458 driving an NSX, so that's kind of interesting. A Racer in a Group 1 car. Looks like the Toyota is being a fan favorite right now. There's Tyson. He also is cruising around in a Iron Dames Ferrari 458. And we're on board with Ledwin. Looks like he is in. Oh, see Ledwin in. Ledwin's also, he's in the Porsche 919. And Shockey. So let's see if we can get on board with somebody on track. So yeah, Group 1s go around here pretty quick. So hey Richie, hey Ian. So alright, let's go in here and get our race. Display all. And this is, yep, there we go. So let's go through. So in my experience, we'll go back to the car classes. So as the different races go through, we only have 3 races in this series, I think. Let me go back and check the Discord. So yes, as we go through the season, we have for race 1 here at Daytona. Again, we have we also have these as a driver classes, Pro and Pro Am. So some races series we've done, drivers have gotten themselves squared away. So the second race, race 2, is at Watkins Glen, and at Watkins Glen we will have a support race, and that is in the MX5 Miata. So in it's a kind of a cup spec, but not in the new car, but not the touring car. So it's the newest current Mazda MX-5. But then the main race will be GTD Pro, which is the Group 3/GT3 spec of cars, and that's a 1 hour race. So we have a 20-minute race with the MX-5 Cup, and then a 1 hour race with the main heat, or the main race in the Group 3s for an hour. And race 3, that's on May 18th. That's the second race. Second race is on Saturday, May 4th. So, then Saturday, May 18th was race 3, and that will be another support race in the MX-5 for 20 minutes. And then the multi-class of GTD Pro and GTD, so that's Group 3s and Group 4s. Oh, there's a fourth race, and that is at Road Atlanta, so we also bias ourselves to all U.S. courses. So Saturday, June 1st, and that is MX-5 support race, followed by a GTD Pro only race for 1 hour. And then race 5, the finale, is Saturday, the 15th of June, and that is at Le Mans. And it is a single race, and that is 1.5 hours, a 15-minute qualifying, and they will be using the Group 1 GTP cars and the GTD Pro Group 3 cars. So, so really a more accurate class structure. So a very interesting, combination of 5 races, and generally, everybody's racing for about an hour and a half. So that's the way it breaks down, and we have damage here. Obviously, we've seen Ian has got a little bit of front end damage. He's also carrying a penalty. So let's exit out and take a look at our current driver lineup. And we have Tom Fear and a Group 4 Ferrari. Then we have Italia 458 and an NSX. Then you have TBR Cheddar. Also, we know him as just Cheddar or Chad. He's one of our friends over in the pub, and he is racing in a 458 Ferrari. And we just had RTR Valkyrie join in with a V8 Vantage, Group 4. Obviously, most of these cars will be real cars. The non-prototypes will be Group 4s, obviously. Wes in a Ferrari. Then we get one of our Group 1 drivers, Hooligan, in the GR1 and Toyota, followed by Ledwin and a Porsche 919, and Nick, DTR M3 guy, and a Ferrari 458. Then Crazy Birch and a Toyota GR010, and then Tyson in a Ferrari 458. Ian in a Toyota Group 1, and followed by Re-Racer in another Toyota Group 1. Then follow me, FM78, and a Porsche 919, and myself in Moomin. So Moomin's also doing a stream, I think, doing comms. So we have two commentators. So yeah, it's pretty close to a real season in some ways. I think the speed difference between the Group 4s and the Group 1s at this track is going to be pretty. It's going to be shocking, but should be fun. So yeah, let's go back to taking a look at who's on track. And yeah, I don't know if we wanted to excuse me while I do some housekeeping here. Do some discording back and forth. Maybe being joined by Moomin, DTR Moomin Papa. So, yes, I'm rating on one driver, so it's a current rating on one. So we may be popping in to join with Moomin to do co-op comms, which actually works generally pretty well, because he can see things that I can't. So give me a second. See if women can join in on the chip chat. Welcome viewers, welcome viewers. Purchase livery. It's a very nice looking livery. The pastel pinks and blues. I'm sure that Mr. Dirk probably did that. Dyko probably did that livery for her. She may have done it herself, but it's very Dirky. So, and follow me. Just spun off at turn 1. Gonna be very popular place to spin off at. Again, it's very. It's a couple places here. All right. All right, moving. So yeah, there should be a couple places that will be very popular with crashing. Now the cars, the Group 1 cars, looks like we have two makes here with the Porsche and the Toyota. And in my experience, the Toyota is a very fast car. It's just a little bit more difficult to drive. It just doesn't have the handling that the Porsche does, and not that the Porsche 919 is a easy car to drive, but they both have issues with turn-in because they're hybrid drive systems. When they're engaged, the car becomes very understeery, so you go into a turn and it's like it doesn't want to turn. The Toyota, it seems to have very peaky acceleration, so some of these corners that are very flat, it'll want to snap oversteer on you. So you'll go from being okay to losing control fairly quickly. So yeah. So go back to displaying all. As you see, the battery monitor. So I think these are regen. So when you brake, you get you build up your power stores, electric power stores for acceleration. So, but yeah, I've always used the Porsche. Tried the Toyota, and a very good car, but again, a little bit more tricky to drive, especially at this track. Again, as I say, the these flat turns that it tends to snap on you. And it seems a very popular choice here with the Ferrari and 458 being the car to go with. So, because everybody's sitting here practicing, getting some tire wear, figure out where you're going to be pitting. We will be doing this for 90 minutes. So. Italia and Honda, which is interesting because I do a Honda livery, but I put a Corvette. I do a Corvette livery, but I put it on a Honda, so it looks kind of interesting. I think they meet up pretty well, though. The lines of the NSX and a new C8 Corvette look pretty close. Fly America jet coming in, landing in the airport. Hey, Wookie. No. I gotta work on this microphone. No. DTR baby, yeah, DTR. If those that are watching that are already members of the DTR Discord, there is a link to join it in the information section of the YouTube. There's links in the YouTube description and channel info. So there's our one non-MR car, an Aston Martin. Valkyrie and a Vantage. Yep, it's got the, I want to say that is, it looks like an IMSA livery, a team that is, it uses that livery. In the pits with a couple of drivers in the pits. Yep, Hooley. Looks like Hooley is also in the Toyota. Group 1 Toyota, that is. This infield hairpin is also very difficult. You have to be very patient on the accelerator. And coming on to the final turn onto the banking. It's very, very tricky. Don't forget to smash the like button. It would be nice if we could have a bigger grid. Take note, Sony, Polyphony. It'd be nice to have more than 16 cars on track. Actually, we have fewer than that. We only have 14. So, welcome viewers, welcome viewers. So we're waiting on waiting on one more driver. We have 13 in the crew in the queue right now, waiting for final drivers. They say International Horseshoe is also a very tricky place. Turn one's not so bad. You just got to make sure you get that braking point recognized. Took a little bit of a should start seeing the yeah, see if we can share this. Alright, so just shoot that link out. Try to gain some viewerships here. So. Alright, so yeah, I don't know where we're at. We were supposed to kick off qualifying here soon. I'm gonna run out of beer. I have to reload. So we can look at the event settings real quick. So yeah, race for wheel, just what we want to have it set as, so people actually get some cash and different things. It sets settings, makes it more rewarding when you're done. You race for fun. You don't get as much money. You spend an hour and a half on a game and you get something out of it other than the fun. You get some of the credits. So, and Daytona road course for 90 minutes. Custom weather. I think the weather is gonna. I don't know if the rain's gonna change or not. So anyway, and we have yeah. So we're gonna the time of day will change, and it should. Get rolling start and BOP on. We have 2 times tire wear and 3 times fuel, so it's not that bad. Refueling is not exactly fast. I think at 10 seconds. Grip reduction reel. Initial fuel, so we'll be starting on full tanks and no default and all that stuff. Qualifiers for 15 minutes, same settings with 70 liters of fuel, so it's quite a bit of fuel. And some of the other stuff, so yeah, of course BOP and that sort of thing. So yep. Well, I think we should. I mean, if we haven't gotten contact from the one we're waiting on, I think it's just unfortunate. We're just gonna have to go. Tyson's gonna change his oil. His car must be lacking his power. Make sure you change your oil before you start a race. So, hey Wes, how you doing? Good luck on the race. Yep, the Birch's less. I hope we don't have issues with crashes and the people are just jumping out to change their oil and jump back in. I hope we're not losing people due to connection issues. Welcome viewers. Hey Tim, thank you for joining. We're gonna cheer on our pub friend Cheddar, a brother in the pub. So. We should get some of these guys start to jump back in. So currently we have everybody here. No. Yeah, we should have some reserve drivers popping in, but yeah, I think people are just jumping out to change their oil and then come back in. So, sometimes you do a lot of practice, and these guys have been practicing. So yeah, this is not Titanium Tin Man. This is Tim Tin Man from the pub, and a long-time friend of mine, and also he's a very good friend of Cheddar. We do the D&D nights on Friday nights, or they do almost every night. I usually can't stay up that late. I've been exhausted lately doing baseball practices and everything else. So, but yeah. So we have 15 of 16 in. Yep. So yeah, we have 15. Birch is coming back in. Moomin and me and Moomin are already there. So We get a full lobby, which we're one away from full. 12 players have entered. We should have 14 players entered. And then, no. Yeah, I think that is Magnus Racing. It's got it on the thing. I think Magnus does use that paint scheme on their so it looks like Wookie will be replacing Robo Rosberg. So welcome viewers, welcome. Again, welcome to DTR with Robio.AI, sponsoring our new IMSA season. So the debut of mixed class racing in an IMSA style format with 90 minutes here at Daytona. We'll be using Group 1 and Group 4 cars in their respective GTP and GTD classes, even though the group, that'd be Michelin Pilot Challenge, would be a more accurate description, but I was neither asked for my opinion or for my input, so this is what we got. So either way, it's going to be very, very fun. Yeah, it's very exciting with the differences in speed. Let's see if we can jump on board with one of our Group 4 cars and see if get the, so there's just Cheddar. Just to watch Cheddar as he gets blasted past one of the Group 1 cars. So we did this pub, we did a similar race just before the actual Daytona. Actually, like maybe a month before Daytona, just before the roar before the roar. And we used Group 1s, and it was the same thing. Most guys use the Porsche or the Toyota, but we used Group 3 cars as the other class, and it was a pretty broad usage on those cars. And you only restriction in it was in the Group 1 cars. You couldn't use like the older cars, the old Group C's that we have in Gran Turismo, you know, the 787B and the Sauber and the Jaguar. You had to use the newer cars. I think most, aside from JD, who used the Peugeot 908, and we all used either the Porsche or the Toyota. So welcome viewers. Trying to see if there's Hooley. See the closing speed. How Hooley does closing in on Cheddar. Dirt. Get on that dirt, you'll die. So I think we got Wookie in the, so it's a full lobby now. It is, you've added, just added Wookie. Wookie is in, and he is in the Porsche 919. So we have another, we should have a balance of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, should be 7 and 7. 7 Group 1s and 7 Group 4s. So. And you can see my, this is a was it Fang? Fang? There's Rexy, Roxy, and I think this is Fang. Yeah, the AO Racing livery here. I didn't do this. I found this in the livery finder thingy in Gran Turismo. Spike. There you go. Spike. That's right. Spike. Fang. Thank you, Ian. And Ian would know. Ian knows everything about cars and liveries. Alright, so practice is taking place, and we are pretty far behind. We should have already had qualifying already out of the way. So, and stuff like that happens. Sometimes people forget they have these types of events. And sometimes, Moomin.
Doug, how are you?
We're good. We're good. Getting ready for the race 1 here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for covering.
No problem. I think it would work better with two of us on the comms. And just double check the audio and see if it's coming through. Hold on a second.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Double check yeah, it is. Yeah, it's coming through. Sometimes I had another one of those struggles with it not starting the first time I logged into the channel to start the thing, because I never signed out from last week, and it didn't.
Okay.
It didn't. Last week I made the mistake when you log into, like when I'm on my channel and I log into DTR, gotcha. It will list all of the videos as private. So when you go to start your stream, of course the stream is there, but it's private. You know, I have to go in and change it to public, or it has to be public. But that was already set that way. But I don't know why it didn't start the initial start of the stream. It didn't start, so we just started all over again. So, but yeah, okay. But yeah, it looks like we've got a full lobby now. Hopefully,
yes, thankfully. Yeah, I was a little bit worried there for a bit, and no, Wookiees saved the day there definitely by hopping in there at last minute.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to see qualifying start at 8 past. 8 past the hour, it seems. So.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get that sorted, and then it'll be an interesting one. Qualification, the BD Group 4's coming out first. Yeah. They'll have their outlap 2 flying laps, and then they'll have. They will then either park up in the designated spot, which is just after turn 1, or they can return to the pits, whichever they prefer, and then we'll release the GTP's pros. GTP's pro-ams. So, that the right way round.
There's definitely different classes and driver ratings and all that different things. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, hopefully we see enough courtesy given to give some space during qualifying, because I know that's can always be a problem with guys trying to get up the pace and just get themselves ready to fly out and get good laps in, and not having definitely not having the GTPs climbing up your rear end is definitely the prudent thing to do. That's for sure. So.
Yeah, I think it made sense. I think the last thing you want really is, like you say, just there's you don't want a situation where you've got the quick guys just getting on top of the slower ones too quickly.
Yeah.
So it's just gives everyone a chance.
Yeah.
One lap, 2 flying laps, and it's quite exciting as well, because it is literally you've got those 2 flying laps in which to try and post your time, and it's a 90-minute race, so it's not absolutely crucial, but it can count at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so.
Then we gotta make sure we pay attention to when qualifying starts, because I know that sometimes you get those automatic starts after it ends. Yeah. So it's going to be. I think it's going to be tricky for these Group 1s, the GTPs, when they go out. They're cold tires to get them up to temp on that first lap. They come into temp. Here we go. Qualifying's getting ready to start. You can make sure you get them up to temp. They come up to temp fairly quickly, but you're presented with the International Horseshoe, which is very painful.
Yeah.
So
here we go.
So let's see if we can get on board with one of our GTD cars. There we go. Try to go on board with the first in the queue. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to do. Let's go back in and change our settings.
Just gotta wait for everyone to come out the pit.
Yeah, so there we go. We're on board. On board with Tom, and for lovely sounding 458 Italia.
Yeah.
Very popular choice of car.
Yeah.
There's Tom. There's Tyson again, another 458. And Wes, and then 458. And funny enough, Italia 458 and NSX. So,
it looks like the weapon of choice.
Yep.
Yep.
Nick and another 458, and Valkyrie in an Aston Martin. So lovely sounding V8. And Cheddar, another 458. And we'll go jump back to our first in the queue, Tom, as he gets ready to start his flying lap. I was unfortunately unable to watch any of the practices due to evening commitments with children's sports. So
gotcha. Yep, they keep you busy.
Yep. So
absolutely.
I mean, I think that your pit stops are probably going to be 10, anywhere from 8 to 12 laps, probably, I would guess.
When we did the practices, we did it sort of with extra settings, I suppose. So generally, it was around about 8 laps.
Yeah.
But for the 90-minute race, the settings are a little bit less, so they correspond with the time. So probably around about 14, 15 laps, I would think, but we'll have to see. See how it goes.
Yeah.
So should be interesting. Shore-wise, this should be fine, I think.
Yeah.
So nice to see some good space set out by all the guys anyway in the qualifying here, so they're all giving each other good room.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, because I mean everybody's entitled to a lap, and not having someone drafting you really close and looking like they want to pass or trying to get an advantage on the slipstream. And I think it's fair to let everybody put their laps in on their own, not with any assistance or interference from another driver and their eagerness. So.
Yeah, 100%. So we've got Tom coming round.
Yep. Set our baseline time here for the Group 4s. Take that 1:53.9.
Nice time.
On board with Tyson, across 1:55. And Wes, 1:55. Coming across. Nick coming in, ready to come across. 54. Cheddar's coming across. 53.1. Yep.
Yeah. We've got Cheddar holding P1 at the moment with Valkyrie P2 and Tom in P3. So, yeah. Ferrari, Aston, and then Ferrari. With Honda just in fourth.
So is that what it times out with 15 minutes total qualifying between the two classes, and it's what was it, out lap, 2 flying laps, and then that's basically it. You bag it all up at the end of your second flying lap.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. So I think our Group 1s are probably going to do about a minute and 30-second laps, something around there. I think.
Yeah, 131, 132s. I think somewhere around there. 33s. Anything from 131 to 134s, around that area, depending on what they've chosen.
So all cars will be on soft tires for qualifying, and not a full tank of fuel. So there's Wes. Our Tom just finishes his flying lap. Does not improve. Let's go on board with Cheddar. She's getting ready to come around. Coming around.
Oh.
It's like Cheddar has decided to bring it into the pits. So
just 10th. Yeah. That's it. So we'll get ready now to release the GTPs. Everyone has finished, so
try to go on board with Hooligan. I think is first in the queue. Out.
Okay, let me just get that right properly.
Hooligan in the Toyota, and Racer's next. It's not next, but Wookie in the Porsche. Cars in the Toyota. Yep. And then follow me, FM78. And yes, also again in the Porsche. We got two most logical choices. I led one. He's also in, sounds like he's in the Porsche. Let's go back, try to get back on board with Hooligan. So yeah, as I was talking about, yeah, the cars, these two cars the Toyota is so fast, and it's got so much speed, but it's so tricky to handle. It's just not a very easy car to drive. whereas the Porsche is down on this top speed number. As I say, we look at the speed that Hooligan's getting ready to probably touch on 200 miles an hour, you know, as he crosses the finish line. There's 201 as he starts his first flying lap. So yeah, very, very fast.
There's plenty of pace in the
yeah,
Toyota.
Yeah, you can say, as you go into turn one, you're looking almost over 204, 205. So there's the Porsche. Porsche's down by at least 10 miles an hour.
It is.
Yep. So again, let's go back on board with Hooligan as he's our first taker on a flying lap. Lots of snap oversteer with this car. And again, as I say, they're both very hard to turn. Lots of understeer with the hybrid drive being on all four wheels as you start to turn, it engages, and it does, just makes turning in. You need to be a lot more aware of turning in sooner than you want to.
Yeah, those four-wheel drive. Yeah, it just does play a little bit with the handling, doesn't it? So I know there's a little bit of a tendency to throw the brake bounce a bit to the rear to help with the turn-ins as well, I believe. So really. Just set the lap.
Cross the line. Line 135, and Racer taking the 131. Not sure the Hooligan got in a valid lap, I don't think.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, penalty possibly. Let's see what we're in on this one.
Yep, Racer a 131.8. Cars are the 133.2 valid, and unlike FM, it doesn't look like. Follow me. Yep, 134.9. And again, the delta on the game isn't always refreshed and accurate.
No.
So, yep, and then
sometimes you have to wait until the absolute end, and then you give the correct times. But sometimes, you get duplicates and all sorts.
Yep.
So
Birch on the 135. Again, the Hooligan did put in a 135. It was a valid lap. So let's go back up to the top
cool.
here. It was a valid lap. It was very slow. You must have had struggled to get those tires up to temp. So
he's got a banker in there. He'll probably push it a little bit on this one, probably.
Right. Yep. You got a lot of opportunity to stop very. So here we have Racer climbing up. Hooligan. He's gonna probably get a little bit of a draft. So I don't think Hoolie's lap's probably going to be as good as he wanted it to because he's got right on his rear end. So here we go.
And here we go. And there we are. That's it.
Ree with the Ree followed by Cars.
All done.
Yep, Cars is carrying a penalty. Hooligan did get in a better lap in a 133. Birch 134.5. So we'll wait till everybody's through and in, and we'll look at the results because it's going to be jumping around. Much yet as everybody's crossing the line and doing crazy stuff.
Well, I think everyone's done.
Everybody's going and playing bowling with the bollards.
Just Ledwin coming round now as well. We're bringing it over. That Porsche a bit further up. Oh, okay.
I think maybe we ran out of time.
Yep.
No, yep. All right. I'm going to exit out.
Then you put in there then.
Qualifying is still in progress, although no one is on track. So we'll wait for the qualifying to end, and we'll take a look at the results. I think we know we have Racer on pole position in Group 1, and we had Cheddar in pole position in Group 4, or GTD. So
let me just put that in there very quickly.
progress. I guess we'll have a small.
Shouldn't be anybody else now. That's it.
Yeah.
All done. Beautiful. He's just going around to Phil was just going around there to pit in. Excellent. To change those wheels and tyres. But yeah, that's qualifying finished.
Yeah,
we just have to wait now until the time runs through, and then we can check.
Yep. Waiting. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, five Toyotas and 2 Porsches in Group 1 GTP, and I believe we have 5 Ferraris and an SX and an Aston. Yeah, it's like Maranello is cranking out the Porsches, or the Ferraris, that is. Qualifying still in progress. That's 20 seconds. 20 seconds left. Yep.
Yeah, it'll run 30 seconds afterwards as well, because there's a minimum setting, which I think is just 30 seconds after the set time. So we're 15 minutes, and then there'll be 30 seconds, and then we'll start.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, I have not gotten a lot of time on this game. Very little bit through the course of the week, trying to do time trials and see what's popping in and out of the Legends dealership. Make sure I don't miss any car that I really, really want and hope I have money for. So,
right. Yeah.
So, but we have several different leagues starting in ACC, but I have not put any time towards those. It's always so much time required to get into those. Choosing a car, getting setups, and that sort of thing. So it's a lot more involved series, but easy to go with Gran Turismo's plug and play and have fun. So bring your seriousness down a few notches.
Right, if I get down to that bit there, that's it. So if we stay.
All right, qualifying is finished. Let's take a look at our qualifying results. So yes, so we have Re-Racer with a 131.868, followed by Cars and Hooligan, and then follow me, Wookie, Crazy Birch, led one, and then we have our pole sitter for GTD, Cheddar, followed by Valkyrie and the Vantage, and then Tom Fear, and then Italia 458 and the Honda, and then Tyson and Nick, M3 guy. Followed by Wes, our final qualifier. Yeah. So yeah, we're running it really, really close for some of our drivers. A little bit delayed in our start, but we, got it sorted out with one of our reserve drivers filling in. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's the delay, really, was just waiting on one of our reserve drivers. Unfortunately, one of the regular full-time drivers unavailable last minute. So, yeah, he's coming to take part, which is just, it's delayed things a little bit, but this wasn't little we could do about that, unfortunately. But Wookie's done a great job in coming in and helping out, giving us a full grid.
Just think if we had a larger lobby, if we could have 20 or more cars on,
would be lovely. Yeah,
it would be wonderful. It'd be a lot more interesting. We would have to have all these split races between the pros and your pro-ams and different that sort of thing. So it would be really, really nice to see that. But let's just keep hoping we get that sort of thing with this game, and it is on its second year, but it still has a lot of life left with it.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of time there yet. So yeah, this update's still coming. So whilst those are still coming, there's still bits to do and extra to play. So yeah, shouldn't be too bad.
So all of our drivers wishing each other to have a good race and good luck, and we do the same with all of them. And we appreciate all of our.
I think we could. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
we appreciate everybody who's watching, and we hope. And so most of our drivers are also watching. We wish them good luck. So.
Absolutely right. Okay.
I don't believe Hooligan is a beginner, and I do believe he'll do his best.
He's let me get that one.
Yeah, just pay attention on when this thing starts because I always miss it. Yeah, I was signed up. Dirk signed me up as a reserve driver, and I pretty much told him I was primarily going to be doing comms, but so I know they want to have these things broadcast. And
just trying to drag you in on track, Doug. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you in on track.
I know.
Absolutely, enjoy racing with you. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why, mate. Okay, looks like we're going to be starting pretty soon then. Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what tyres drivers pick first of all. I think generally, I think the softs were the pick for the first stint, but we'll have a look through, I guess, and see what.
Were they required to choose compounds, or was it open to use whatever you wanted?
You can use whatever you like within terms of softs and mediums, so it's softs and mediums only.
Okay.
But yeah, you've got freedom to use.
Right.
All right.
Race will begin shortly, so we're getting ready to go racing.
Here it goes.
All
right. A rolling start.
Try to drop back a couple of drivers. Hopefully we can see everything that goes on.
I'll go with group 4s.
All right.
We'll rely on them for a moment.
Very quickly a gap is opened up. So pretty clean through turn 1 with the group GTP cars. They go into the International Horseshoe. Lovely view we have here. So we get ready to go through. Let's jump on board with our group. Stay on board with our GTD cars as they come through. Looks like a very clean drive from everyone. Oh, we have led one off. If Levin can gather it up and not collect anybody up. The Hooligan's waiting up. Looks like Hooligan must have had a little bit of an interaction. But they're all sorting it out, taking care of business on the track, showing restraint and courtesy. Cars do react very strangely when they touch grass. The Hooligan's having some issues. He's probably got some damage. We need to go in and set our replay, display all. He's got a little bit of front end damage. Let's go on board with our Cheddar, our leader in the GTD class. Looks like everything is clean. Yeah, but it looks like everybody's in a nice little pack. Let's go back up to the front with the re-racer. It's already starting to build a little bit of a lead. 2.5 seconds to P2. It comes across the line. It's a battle here for second. Going into turn 1. Oh, we had somebody collected the wall. Follow me, collected the wall, and he had Crazy Birch right behind him. Looks like Birch with Wookie with a little bit of damage. also follow me with a little bit of damage.
Yeah, so Ian's taken P2 at that point, doesn't he? So
yeah, still starting to see Hooligan's trying to build himself back up.
He's got the car to do it if he can just put a few little laps together now and just settle down again, settle himself, and
yeah,
got the ability.
Some Cheddar and the GTDs still getting the two little groups starting to separate from one another. The top three starting to pull away from the 4th, 5th, and 6th.
The Aston there. Very nice indeed. I recognise that livery. Yeah, that's cool actually. I like what you've done with that. That Farfus livery looks very nice.
We got the Aston right on the tail end of Cheddar. Ferrari bounces through the bus stop. Actually, not the bus stop. It's the Le Mans chicane, is what they call it now.
Ah, that's the name.
Let's go back up to our leader. As re-racers, 2.5 second lead is down to just about 2 seconds. So this Cars is closing that gap. It looks like we got everybody so far on the racing soft tires. And that's where you'll start to see if there's any difference in the tire compound. You will start seeing gaps open up.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Valkyrie getting past Cheddar. Must have been coming down the back, the front straight, coming into the start finish. We must, unfortunately, we weren't able to see it, but we have changed for lead in GTD class.
And I think Crazy just had a spin out, so little damage to the front, and mechanical engine damage too, unfortunately. So that's a shame. It's a shame. P7 at the moment, but definitely will look to try and get that. Pull that back up the field.
So we are getting a little bit of a separation in our GTP class. And we still have re-racer with about a racer 5, I should say. I'll just say the re-racer. It seems to roll off the tongue a little better. With a just around 2 second lead to Cars, also known as Ian. Who has about almost about a 5 second lead to P3. Follow me. And
well, re-racers had a bit of an issue because Ian has closed that down to just 1.6 seconds.
Oh yes, yeah. I think he's starting to. Again, these Toyotas are very tail happy. You got to be very on. You got to be driving on top of these cars very much. And as you see, Ray Racer taking a little bit too much of the curb going on the back straight. You pretty much cannot cheat the curbs around this course with that car like you can with the GTD cars. Lots of power in that car. I think it's almost close to 1,000 horsepower with that car between its hybrid drive and its combustion engine. But he's starting to get that lead back. And I think sometimes you get that with the chasing cars. Sees that lead come down, and they start applying more pressure on themselves to drive into that gap. So
could be a fastest lap from Ian though in P2, so he was purple for a bit. Close. Got to within 200ths of a second actually of fastest lap there.
Yeah.
Definitely keeping pressure on. I'm thinking that obviously at some point drivers will be looking at their tyre wear, their fuel, and looking to sort of stretch it as far as they can before they pit.
So it looks the two outlying cars. We have our Aston Martin leading the race right now in GTD, followed by the top running Ferrari, followed by Italia 458 in the Honda. So, but he's definitely not in slipstream range, but he can easily correct that. And then we have a gaggle of Ferraris. As we go through the field, we go back to the leader, Racer 5, Re-Racer 5, and his lead is still down to 1.2 seconds.
Yep.
It's Ian Cars. He is putting
fuel
pressure
is identical
on.
between them. Yeah, fuel is identical between them too. Tyre wear. So yeah.
Yeah, just consistency. I think when you start to see cars in front of you and they're getting closer and they're getting farther away, it's just as we start to see, we're starting to see lap traffic involved.
Yep. This will be interesting now. So
yeah, stay on board with our leader and stay on board with the leader here and see how he can make it through the much slower Group 4 cars. Now you see this in real life when you're at Daytona with the with the GTPs and the GTD and GTD Pros.
Yeah.
He's skillfully made it through, and it's oh no, maybe not.
Crikey, yeah.
Yeah, trying to make an outside move.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, that's a shame.
It's that overtaking driver's responsibility, and Tom Fear, I think, has got quite a bit of damage. Nope, no damage. He's waiting up. He's just pulled up, let him through. So Cars is our new leader, aka Ian, as he's coming past the Group 4 battle.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well done by him.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to negotiate it. It's part of the absolutely part of the battle. It's not just about your speed. It's absolutely. You've got to negotiate the traffic.
So with the gap that the first and second place drivers had in the GTP class, that Re-Racer has not lost. He's lost no more than his lead, but still has almost a 2-second lead to P3. So that interaction he had with the Group 4 car is not costing drastically, but he was within a couple seconds of P2, but so he didn't get penalized too bad for that interaction. So we'll leave it at what it was. Again, the overtaking driver in the faster cars has all the responsibility to make a clean pass. And sometimes making an outside pass in some turns is not the way to go. So we'll just we'll leave it to Stewart's review to see how it goes. It's there. So back up here with our leader. This is again getting passed. Leader in the GTDs getting passed by more of the faster GTP cars.
Okay, so now we've got Rookie gone through, and Peter's also gone through as well. Re-Racer at the moment, so Re-Racer just lost a little bit of grip coming out from the infield, or just on the last turn of the infield, and just touched the wall, which just held them back.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit of front end damage. So
we'll probably make a bit of time up now.
Yeah, again the
extra pace.
Yeah, the Toyota has so much top speed, and it might lose it in the handling sections, but again. We have cars still in the lead. It's quite a substantial gap to P2. Wookie, almost 8-second lead. So, as you see, Re-Racer's another interactions dropped him well down the field.
So we're at 9 seconds out in front at the moment. So looking okay. The Group 4s. I'll just have a little look at the Group 4s.
Still, with all the GTPs coming through, they've still kept themselves sorted and within striking distance. Cheddar's still, he's 2 seconds. He's over 2 seconds behind, but with this track and how it's such a short track, small mistakes can get complicated very quickly. You can lose any kind of gaps you got with most of your Group 4s are still within, they can see each other. You can see the car in front of them. They might be a little bit far away, but they can still see each other.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I guess Wes, when he gets into a car, he likes to break the wiper because the wiper switch is always on with his car.
It's random weather, so I'm guessing
he's got to be prepared. You always be prepared.
He's prepared. Absolutely, 100% he's prepared. Yeah.
Back up with our overall leader in the GTP class. Cars / Ian.
Yeah,
still
nice.
The 9.5 second lead now to P2. But it is still Racer. He's got himself back into P2, but it's a substantial gap. I think we're starting to see more of the tire wear. Yeah.
He's right with the Racer.
There's a battle coming into the kink.
Yes.
Infield hairpin's going to be. Yeah, we're starting to see tire wear on these GTP cars is pretty high. Like the rear tire on a racer's car is pretty dramatic, and I think that's from probably all the spins. Although Ian's car also has quite a bit of tire wear too. His right rear is definitely hurt.
That's what they've got to manage, so that's definitely what the Toyotas have got to try and manage, is their tyre wear to fuel.
The hybrid drive on the Porsche seems to go off a lot faster as they come out of these turns. The Toyota's hybrid drive. I don't know if does the Toyota's hybrid drive regen, or is it just a set charge?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Yeah, it must. It might regen when you pit.
Yes, because you've got a green and a red arrow, haven't you, underneath it? So you've definitely got some regen under braking, and then.
Yeah. I don't think it charges as fast as our Porsche does, but the Porsche bleeds off a lot faster. Yeah.
Yes, and the Porsche recharges. It regens through driving anyway, so you don't necessarily need the braking. The Toyota does rely a little bit more on the braking to regen, but the Porsche, I believe, doesn't require that so much. It'll regen as it drives.
Yeah, so we're on board with with Wookie and the Porsche 919, and we can see that. Yeah, it says when he's under braking, he's getting regen, and as he's accelerating, so now he's full acceleration. So he's not regenning; he's expelling the energy, and slowly it regens under acceleration. So
you've got it. Yeah. Steady little build.
So I think right now, Racer's tires are becoming his biggest enemy right now, because he is having trouble going into turns and coming out of turns. As Ian starts trying to get consistency, trying to put those laps down. He's looking at 33s right now. He's maybe 34s, 35s. Probably was dealing with traffic, but trying to put in those really good laps and maintain that lead that he has. Welcome viewers as you join us with DTR's IMSA season, presented by Robio.AI, and we are 16 minutes into a 90-minute race. So.
Check.
So we go through the field here. And we still have in our GTD class our Group 4 cars. Valkyrie leading the 1.8 second lead to Cheddar. It has a pretty decent lead to P3 in class. The Honda Italia 458 that rolls right off the tongue. And they're starting to see those gaps slowly build even more, so we get more of our leader coming through. Nope, no, see the blue flag. But cars is coming through, it looks like.
Yes, I think so.
With
That 910 probably going through, yeah.
We'll go on board with cars as he does a lap as we come across the start-finish line. He starts to interact with the other class of cars, or commentators curse a little bit. Hopefully not. Gets it straights and let that power, that Toyota, take over as he passes. This is one of our slower cars. As he starts coming into P2, TBR Cheddar. Again, trying to be patient on the accelerator. Blue flags are waving. Cheddar's going to probably try to just hold his line. That's all you can do with these slower cars. Hold your line.
Stay consistent. Predictable.
There he goes past the leader in the slower class. So you can see the difference in speed there between the two different classes. It's pretty dramatic. Welcome viewers, welcome viewers. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. We'll be back in a couple weeks with another race here. It's like he was carrying a half a second penalty, which shouldn't be a whole lot, but racers built backed up. I would suspect we'll start seeing some of these Group 1 GTP classes cars jumping into the pits as their tires, definitely on these Toyotas, are starting to wear out quite substantially.
They are, yeah. That's definitely going to be something to have to manage throughout this race, isn't it? Because Toyotas definitely are going through, and in comparison, the Porsche, as long as the fuel's good, looks like it could probably go another.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's got
3 or 4 laps more, or 5, 4 laps at least on top of that. So
yeah, as we follow on. Yeah, we follow on with our third place car in the GTP class. His fuel is their fuel rates are about the same as we see between the different cars. They're all about a quarter tank, just over a quarter tank. But the tires are the determining factor on whether or not you should be pitting. Try to make the pit for both as much as you can, but if you have to pit for tires more than you need fuel, it's you find yourself off the track though quite a bit.
Just been watching Peter there for a moment as well, so he's doing sort of, he said his best lap at the moment, which is a 1:33.632, which is I think very respectable in that Porsche. It was pretty good, pretty good time.
Yeah,
within a second of the Toyota, so not bad at all.
So we see our leaders coming in for the pits.
Yep.
Yeah, his back right tires is really spent, and all of his tires are fairly, actually not too bad given the we're 20 minutes in. Looking at 14 laps. Is pretty. So he goes back with a set of soft tires. Yep, go back with softs. Topping up his fuel tank. Try to work the undercut for his versus his other Toyota competitors. So he jumps right in behind the 10th place car and the NSX. I believe he's Italia's in our 3rd place overall. 3rd place in class, 10th overall. These cars, let's be patient with them. Fresh tires. They should come to temp fairly quickly on the in Gran Turismo, but again, you do not want to drive too hard out of some of these turns. Just quickly pass P2 in the GTD class as he comes back into the tri-oval, the Daytona tri-oval, up onto the banking, headed towards the Mall chicane. And let's see, with where's Racer? He's got the 7-second lead, but he's 38 seconds to P2. So we see our the actual leader is Racer, but on track. But in theory, our leader is still Cars. He's got 38 seconds, which we should do. We see Hooligan coming to the pits. Get on a fresh set of Goodyear Eagles, which it was his choice of tire. Again, Hooligan with the Toyota. Yeah, the Toyotas are really tearing up that rear tire.
They are, yeah, they are. Definitely, and this is where the Porsche might come into its own a bit more.
Yeah,
the longevity of the tyres, being able to utilise the full tank of the fuel by the looks of things as well, so...
Yeah,
let's say that.
So we look at the comparison to our GTD leader. His tires and his fuel is looking pretty good. Could definitely go for quite a few more laps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The lack of downforce, I think, helps with the tire longevity.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think it's a slightly different setup, isn't it? We know that slightly different setups between the two cars as such. They're geared really for different.
So see the Aston Martin here with a little bit better fuel economy over at least as far as Cheddar and P2 and GTD class. And then it looks like maybe the Ferrari's a little bit thirstier because the NSX in P3 has also got a little bit more fuel than the car ahead. I mean, it's like maybe the Ferrari is a little bit thirstier. I mean, here we see Tom. Tom is in. His fuel mileage is pretty decent. It's good as the leader, so he must be driving with a different strategy, maybe shifting a little sooner.
Yeah.
Then we get back to the Wes and the Ferrari. His fuel is lower than the Ferrari behind him, but tire wear also, as we see with Tyson put in his fastest lap.
14. Yeah, absolutely. That's a close little battle there, isn't it? 12th, 13th, and 14th, all three of them.
He just copped a penalty though. All right, back
was that Tyson? Oh yes, oh, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a nice little battle going on there.
So we're going to go back up here with our leader. Racer's got to be coming in. His tires are shot. He's going to be doing another. Is it coming in? Yes, he's got to be coming in. No, he's doing another lap on that rear tire. Is so toasted. Hopefully he can make it around for another lap. His fuel is actually not very good either. He should easily have enough fuel, but he's...
Yeah, should be okay.
See, he has almost nothing left on that, the sliver of white left on that right rear tire. I guess as long as there's something there's grip. He's just coming through flat traffic.
Yes, at least the left rear's got a bit of grip for her, so shouldn't be too bad. Slipping right over the slippery work coming through. Got to be very careful now though. Haven't got the same tyres to...
He's got no tires left. I think that was a mistake on the side of Racer 5 here. He should have made a pit stop. There's no reason to keep that car on the track as little grip as he's got. I mean, compared to the Porsche that's behind him, he's going to have to come in for... His tires are not going to be the problem with the Porsche. It's going to be fuel mileage because his tires he could easily do another half hour on those tires.
Yeah.
And he might do that. You could always just take fuel and save yourself the tire change time. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just
another Porsche
down a notch and just give yourself an extra couple of laps. That's what I found worked in practice on Thursday. But re-racers are one of our few female drivers in this actually. So so re-racers. One of our female drivers, that's crazy as well. So so
Yeah. See, he's going to have to come in for a lot of fuel. So his not only his pit stop is going to be longer, but he's putting more fuel. And as we see Peter coming in for the follow me coming in.
Yeah.
And it's like follow me is in a Porsche, so his wheels are different. So I think you can change the rims on the Toyotas. You're stuck with the Toyota stock rims, so it's just a tell when you're seeing somebody come into the pits. As we say, Peter come in, he's taking the lead, and he has a fair amount of fuel, so he can long stint his pits. So again, he's got quite a few laps of fuel left, and his tires are going to certainly be able to make that stretch. And he just put in a purple sector time.
Yeah. And that's the way sometimes. It's not always about sort of outright pace. Sometimes you've got to get it just right. And
absolutely.
The less time you spend in the pits, the more time you're on the track, and the better chance you've got of finishing higher up.
Yeah, there's undercut and overcut, and then there's just putting in consistent laps. Again, purple sector for DTR Ledwin, and he's 6/10, so he's where the Porsche doesn't have the top speed that the Toyota does, but it does so well in the infield.
It does, yeah, absolutely. Lightning through the infield, really is.
But yeah, to tail in on that, yes, if you can keep yourself on track and put in consistently, not maybe outright fastest laps, but put in consistently fast laps, quick laps, then it's an advantage,
Yeah.
Putting in the odd purple lap, and then also all your other laps are slower because your tire wears, your tire deg, as they call it, and your fuel usage is high. You get to pit more often. So again, as we see, our leaders, lap times overall aren't very quick, but it's a balancing act between how long can you stretch your stints on the track for, less than the number of times you're in the pits, like you said. Pit time is dead time.
Yeah, absolutely. At the moment, sort of negotiating the GTD drivers as well, so trying to make their way through.
Yep.
Once again, we should hopefully be given.
For these GTD drivers, I mean, they're out there on track and they're trying their hardest, and they're just trying to be predictable, trying to be consistent. They know these faster drivers are coming through them, and it's give them the room they need to make a clean pass, because races can be ruined just because you're not aware they're there.
That's right. So it's just having that little bit of, like you say, just keeping yourself.
So as we see, as we join on with our second place driver in GTP cars, also known as Ian, his undercut is kind of working out, because he's only less than 2 seconds behind the leader, and again, on track leader versus in theory leader, and that would be it's been our second place driver, as he uses that Toyota power to really just chomp down on that lead. It's like he's right there. So as
we'll see him now lose about a second going through the infield.
Yeah, it was
half a second to a second almost. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, he runs into the lower class field, and that doesn't help. But the Toyota is not known to be the best handling car in the infield. But wait till he gets up on the banking. And it's a different game altogether.
It is. It's full steam ahead then.
Yeah. I so wanted to use the Toyota, but I just could not drive it when I was doing our race that another Discord did, several months ago, before the actual Daytona's Roar before the 24. We did a Roar before the Roar, and the Toyota was so fast, but it was also so hard to drive, and again, the tire degradation is very high. So as we see our P2 driver come past, our GTD class driver, a leader, I should say. Again, as the GTP again, he's coming onto the banking. He's got second lead as he crosses the line, almost just about. And again, that Toyota's just flying into turn 1, and it's going to be struggling to keep up with the Porsche. Yeah, this Porsche is just so much better. Yeah, so again.
The only thing is now, actually, Ledman will probably have to pit, I would think, so our leader will probably have to pit.
Yeah.
Might just get one more lap, but I'm not sure. But might need to pit this lap.
Yeah, I think he should probably just go ahead and pit. But then again, all these drivers have their strategies in their head. Hopefully they can stick to them. Things. Your strategy is good until the green flag drops, so as they say, real racing. So.
Well, I'm thinking. I mean, if you're sort of thinking in terms of if that's half an hour, that's over half an hour now for the 33 minutes. It's going to be 34 minutes by the time Ledwin comes in. So if he does that twice, then his stint. Potentially, if he goes on the mediums, his stint on mediums is going to be very, very, going to be a lot less.
Yeah.
Time-wise, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
I think that balances out.
I think the tire choice might actually be better suited to the Toyotas if the Toyotas decide to go to the medium tire. Actually, as I say that, and I realize that Cars is on the medium tires. So
and Racer too, Racer's also on the mediums too. So Racer 5 is also on mediums.
Yep. Looks like P2 is going to take another lap. His tires aren't his issue, his fuel's his issue. So, you'll definitely see our second place GTP car come in on this lap. So let's just take a look at our leaders in GTD. Again, we still have Valkyrie leading as he's coming into the pits. Again, he made it almost 35 minutes of driving. So we're looking at just barely probably having to make another 2 stops in this race.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the fuel will do it. It's the fuel that'll make you stop.
Yeah, their tires are. Again, we have Italia 458s, Honda's coming in, almost out of fuel. Tom Fears coming in, out of fuel. Tires look really good, so tires aren't the issue. So they can just keep going to soft tires. I think that's probably what I would do if I was in a GTD car. I'd just be doing softs. And then your fuel is your issue. Cheddar is already pitted. We missed Cheddar's pit.
We did.
So he did pit already.
Yeah. So
he pitted actually a few laps ago. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Nick did as well, maybe a lap or 2 laps ago too. So, and Wes as well. So Wes did pit a little 2 laps ago as well. But Wes has come out with racing mediums and a little bit less fuel. So I think he's playing a bit of a clever one here. He's looking to carry less weight and see if he can get a bit more pace.
Yeah.
Out of those mediums.
Yeah, I mean, if you can calculate on the fly how much fuel you need, and your tire wear is not your problem. Your fuel is. If you just you run the gamble that maybe I got to stop for fuel. I mean, it's hard to see. Again, this Delta is such a broken thing. You can't really tell. Everybody is pitted multiple times according to it. So back up to the leader on track. Overall leaders, Cars Ian and the Toyota, and he's just about half tank of fuel. Toyota's going to be having to make multiple stops. Oh no!
Ian's lost it. Oh, Ian.
Commentator's curse.
I didn't see if anything happened there, but
I think he just got on the power a little too soon, and as he tried to get up on the bank, and that's also very difficult. He did a great job getting back on track. Trying to rejoin on the banking, you can usually lose it, and he did a great job. So he did lose the lead, but
not over yet.
It's not over yet. Nope.
Not over yet.
He's
damage. Yeah, he didn't pick up any damage, so he's at least it's
Yeah, he got on the power a little too soon. We were on board with him when he went off, and it was self-induced, just a little too much gas. So, and Wookiee's right there in the Porsche. So, but he must have underfueled or pitted a while ago actually. So, as he's coming in again, he's coming into the pits as we say as we talk. He doesn't need fuel and he doesn't need tires. So maybe he's just trying. That's just a true undercut here. Is if he's trying to do the short stop. So I think most of the Group 1 GTP cars are going to have to short stop towards the end of the race. And if you get that short stop done and then do a full long stint towards the end of the race, then maybe you can jump a few cars that have to come in late in the race towards the end of our 90-minute race here.
Could be done, unless he's could be going for a 3-stop even. But
yeah. I think with the Toyotas they may have to be doing 3 stops, and the Porsches are right on that edge. They're right on the edge of maybe having to do 3, and maybe you could get away with 2. I don't know that that's going to be possible though. So I guess we'll see. Get on board. Do we have our GTD leader? He's got the GTD leader has the overall leader coming past him. But unfortunately, Valkyrie picked up a penalty going through the Le Mans chicane. It looks like he's got a 3-second lead back to Cheddar, and he's probably going to lose about a second or so of that. So, as we see. Did Cheddar have a penalty too? I'm not sure. No, yeah, he did not have a penalty, but yes, he did just about lose a second going into turn 1. So, yeah, it's so tricky going into Le Mans chicane. It's not so much the going in, it's the coming out. You usually collect that penalty on the last apex of that chicane. So
very easy to go a little bit wide, a little bit deeper on that last part, and
start having more looking on board with the GTD cars as they have more of the lead. Yep, Ian coming through the kink going into the infield hairpin. Look on board with Italia 458 and the Honda. Very consistent race for him. It's been in a 3rd place for a very long time. It's not making a lot of inroads into P2. Still got a fairly substantial gap to P2, but also a very substantial gap to the car following in P3, P4 that is, Nick.
Yeah.
And all our GTD cars, very quiet races for them.
I think he's got racing softs to come as well, hasn't he? Italia, so he's in the Honda, so he's still got the softs to come. He's still got another set of softs to come. He's heating up the mediums at the moment.
Yep.
So that could make a little bit of difference later on. Definitely.
As we
Lots of strategies.
Yep. So Tom's carrying a penalty as he comes through the Le Mans chicane. And he's got Wes right behind him, so he's probably going to lose that position to Wes as they come down into the penalty zone. And I don't know if he's going to ghost out or if Wes is going to be able to jump around him. Yep, nope, I don't think we're seeing any ghosting. It looked like it. It happens so fast that you can't count on ghosting to happen. You cannot do that. You're just gonna treat it like it's real life, and you can't try to drive through somebody like that.
No.
So you see
There's flags on, so we've got flags on, but the ghosting isn't on, so the cars remain solid as such. But the flags are on, so you do get a warning, which is the good thing. So at least you do know something's happening, and you can just be aware of it and just ease off if you need to. But yeah. Picked up going to 12th, but P5.
Go back to our leader here. And this re-racer is with almost 10-second lead. And as we creep ourselves forward to halfway.
Yeah, so Ian did pull back a little bit of time there on one of the laps. So I mean, we know he had his he had a bad spin out, but since then he's put in some nice little lap times. Last lap was the 1:33.5. So re-racers just reacted to that. But yeah, the 1:38 on the previous lap on lap 25. So a little bit of an incident there too. So keep him within those 10 seconds, and that's interesting.
As you see, follow me. Looks like he's had a little bit of it contact with someone, but he's not carrying any damage. It's running on the racing medium tires, so yeah, through the infield hairpin, trying to stay off that grass. And if you get on that grass, you're just gonna keep going off. Hooligan, guys, look at Hooligan with a good recovery drive, because he did not have a great qualifying, but he's got himself a P4. He's put in good laps. We haven't been on board with him a whole bunch, but he's on with the racing medium tires. He's driving a Toyota, so he's going to have a little bit more degradation. Might require himself to get a pit stop here in the next probably anywhere from 5 to 8 laps probably. So.
Yeah. Nice and smooth. Always around the 134, 35s by the looks of things, but yeah, predominantly 34s and into 35. So yeah, nice consistent laps.
Yeah, led one here in P5 overall. Again, very consistent. You know, it's he had his pit stops and already done 2 pit stops, I believe. He looks at nice full fuel load, nice fresh racing medium tires, and yeah, he's just going to keep. Cranking out those laps, and again, his laps are not setting the world on fire in respect to like a qualifying lap, but still very consistent laps. Again, as me and Lumen have said, you know, the race evolves, and your strategies evolve, and you just try to stick to it, and see how it goes for you. Wookie, our last minute. Replacement driver, again, trying to just, I guess, hopefully he was able to put in a purple sector. Porsche's usually put the purple sector on in the infield here, and yes, his lap times did pretty respectable lap times. Both Birch, a beautiful livery on Birch's car. Who did that? Was that?
Tasha decided that she's sort of adopted somebody else's livery and put the colours on there and everything else, and did all the with the other parts of the decals and everything else that was essential. But yeah, it looks really good actually. It looks really nice. I like it. But the colour scheme, basically, I mean, yes, it's somebody else's livery, but the colour scheme, obviously.
That's definitely Birch's. Yeah, Birch's color scheme. That's where you always see on our cars. We see back on board with Valkyrie. He's our leader in the GTD class. It's built himself a very monumental lead to Cheddar in P2, 11 seconds, and I don't know, I think we'll take a look real quick here. His tires are looking really good. I don't see that Cheddar has done anything pit-wise. Maybe he might have had a run-in or got some balked by maybe some of the GTP cars coming through. I trust in Chad. Chad's a very fast driver. Raced against him, chased him on time trial leaderboards, and always get beat by him. So I have a lot of confidence. Cheddar can make a strong battle back. So, and the NSX.
I said a 153.2 as well previously. So yeah, definitely has the pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very good pace.
And as we saw in the DTM trophy, the NSX is not a car to be trifled with. It is very, very consistent car. I don't think I own this car in the game, but I have driven it. I've driven it many times in different league races, and not recently, but it's very good car. And Italia is doing a great job here with it. Been sitting in P3 nice the whole time. Yeah,
it's a good. So it's a pretty good all-rounder, really.
Yeah.
So it's very capable, and it's a nice drive. It's a predictable drive, which I found.
Yeah. As we get cars coming around, getting up on the banking from the infield. On board with, we'll take a look here with Nick. Very classic looking Ferrari livery.
Yeah, number 44.
Yeah. He's got, coming through Le Mans chicane. Got faster car approaching. Taking the high line. Follow me, taking the high line. West on board. Take a look here to serve a penalty real quick. Still hasn't figured out what the deal was with his wipers. I'm gonna take that back to the dealership.
Oh, Tom had a penalty behind him too, so both having a penalty at the same time.
Yeah.
So won't lose anything, but won't gain anything.
All right. Yeah. Tyson's getting overtaken by two GTPs coming down towards the start-finish line. Wookie and Edwin really right together with each other. Battle of Porsche.
Yeah, interesting. It's, one of the things I've noticed though actually is that Tyson is on the racing softs and drives 3/4 of fuel too. Okay, yeah. So Wes will have to pit in this lap, so that's for sure.
Looks like we had cars came in for a pit stop. So we've got him in P6 right now. He's got a full load of fuel and past halfway, but almost 50 minutes down and 40 minutes to go. So we're probably going to see Ian have to stop just before the end of the race to do a quick jump in for definitely tires, maybe some fuel. So, but we'll see how it goes. So, jump on board with our leader here. He's his re-racer. And struggling with the understeer on this insanely powerful Toyota. And I wonder if we will expect to see him run those tires down to the nub or pit a little bit sooner. Ian still with the fastest lap at 32 seconds. So, yeah.
Yeah, just going through, so anyway, so Peter's going to be able to stay out for a little bit longer, quite a while actually. He's going to run fuel before he runs out of tyres again, as such, so he's going to be able to stay out. Rudy's going to have to come in for fuel very soon.
Yep.
From 16 seconds behind Peter at the moment, and just 2.5 seconds in front of Wookie. Wookie coming through. P4 now. Just 2 seconds between Wookie and Red One.
Looks like we just had West coming out of the pits, coming to the pits for fuel and tires. What possibly could maybe be his last stop. I think with these GTD cars, the Group 4s, they not needed to pit a whole lot.
No, they're lasting a lot better, aren't they? So yeah.
I think to possibly see most of them come in within the next probably 5 or 6 laps. Oh, Ian off, trying to go for a move here on the leader in GTD. It's like he must have misjudged how fast he was going to be able to overtake Valkyrie on the infield hairpin. We had to go off track, so hopefully it wasn't too bad of a off for him as he comes back up on the banking, pass him. It's not going to help his attack to get the lead back, and we'll start filing through in the pit stop sequence for the leaders and then GTP. Again, I think with that, maybe if Valkyrie got bobbled any by that by Ian coming through there. Cheddar's slowly nibbling away at that lead to Valkyrie. Oh, unfortunately though, he did just cop a 1 second penalty coming through the chicanes. Maybe that was the reason why he just nibbled away that gap. But now he's going to lose probably 2 seconds. So
Valkyrie pitching in.
Yeah, comes and it goes very fast.
This will be the last stop for Valkyrie. Will be the last stop for Valkyrie and such pitting in a moment. So changing from mediums to softs. Honda as well. Will be coming in.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Italia's coming in. It's got a decent amount of fuel, so some of the this will be the final stop for a lot of GTD cars. We have our leader coming in. Got a quarter of tank of fuel, so we have a little bit shorter fuel stop, and that's the same for Italia. He's got decent fuel, so as we see our leader take off, yeah, I think he must have got a little bit of contact from someone. His rear end was a little scuffed, but I think it's probably fixed now. Nope, still scuffed. I don't think the appearance of damage is still there. So Valkyrie, our leader, cycles out in P10. So Cheddar takes the lead. He should be coming in soon, unless he's going to try to stretch that pit stop window out a little bit. He may want to. He's got to put in. I had to put in less fuel actually. Same with Nick. Nick's in the same things. Tire wear's not bad. Fuel's got quite a decent amount of fuel to stay on board. To stay on track, that is. Let's see if Nick cops a penalty. Looks like he might have cut that last chicane, last apex a little bit. Nope, got away with it. Did Cheddar get away with any? Yep, he's good.
Just to say that race leader and GTP class is just pitting in now. Coming up the racing mediums, but whether they'll go back on, whether she'll go back onto the racing mediums or.
Yeah, his tire wear was a lot better than.
Interesting.
Yeah, tire wear is a lot better than the last time he came into the pits. He was almost dead. Tires were totally dead. Now he's just out of fuel, but tires don't look bad. So. All right, so 3 racers in. Follow Me is in. Wookie's still on the track. Probably go on track for a little bit longer. Yep. So
Yes.
Well, let me use our first Porsche coming in, and as Wookie comes across the line, and there's cars. Ian's actually put himself into a pretty decent position. Can he get out? Can he jump everyone? Just coming around turn 1.
He's got the fuel for the finish. Well, I say for the finish, but so he's got 25. So yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. He might need to pit in again. I think he might need to pit in again.
Yeah, there's a re-racer retains the lead. He comes around our previous leader in GTD. So we're at Ian's 22 seconds to the leader, but he may have to pit again as he's now battling with Peter here at. And Peter's going to have to probably pit again before the end of the race. So we're debating here whether or not Ian's going to have to pit again.
I think he might have to. Yeah, I've got a feeling he'll have to. I don't think that's enough for. That's another 32 minutes to go yet. Another half an hour yet to go, and he did about 25 laps first stint with the softs and came in with the tyres, but the fuel was quite low too at the same time.
Yeah.
But so I think he's going to have to probably pit one more time.
Yeah. All right. Pass it off to you, Moomin, as I have to make a. Oh no, we have Birch going off the track. Birch just got reset. Just sitting on the track. Oh no! As a re-racer comes around, does a dodge around her, but the game reset. Birch went off track and it reset her, just sitting at the kink in the infield as re-racer came around her. And sometimes the game does things that don't make any sense. Let's see, where did re-racer still retains the lead, although he did a great job of not making a bad situation horribly worse. So, but did lose some of his lead gap. Now Wookie's only 10 seconds behind, but we know Wookie's going to have to pit. Ian 22 seconds behind, so it's alright. So I'm going to make a quick pit stop myself. Be right back and pass it off to Moomin.
Okay. I'm trying to keep up with it at the moment, but so we still have re-racer in front at the moment, and Crazy's still there as well, but Crazy will be tagging along, trying to keep a bit of momentum. Racer. Fits as well, so Wookie is just 10 seconds behind Racer now, so still pretty close. And just looking through now, so Wookie will need to pit one more time. That'll be on softs, I'm thinking. So yeah, Wookie could still. Might still be something up for Wookie. Yeah, because re-racer I think might still have to hit one more time. Very close, very close indeed.
Yeah. Alright, we're back. Yeah, Wookie's right there. see Cheddar coming in. Cheddar coming into the pits. Almost out of fuel. Leading GTD. 16-second gap test as Nick comes in also. So I think this will probably be the last pit stop for Cheddar.
Okay, which then means I think Valkyrie now. This is the point where I think Valkyrie will go through into
yeah.
to the front.
Yeah, so Valkyrie's going to be really tight on fuel because I think he's got 3/4 of a tank left. As let's see where we Cheddar's just coming out, so Cheddar's 6 seconds. 6-second lead back to Valkyrie, so
I have to apologise real quickly. I'm just going to apologise to the chat because for some reason nothing's updating on my tablet or my phone, so I'm just getting nothing coming through, guys, and I'm really, really sorry because
hold on. Yeah, I'm the same way.
There for ages ago, and I've got nothing coming through, so I'm really sorry to the chat if we.
Yeah.
They're not ignoring us. That's just.
What was the last thing you have Richie saying? Always a pleasure. That's the last thing that I had.
Always a pleasure. That was the last thing we had. Yes.
Yeah. So this might be a thing with YouTube not wanting to.
Yeah, there might be a slight problem with the.
Yeah.
That's all I'm getting right now, unfortunately, guys. So I'm really sorry to everyone in the chat. Appreciate you being here, obviously. Glad you're watching with us, and if you're just joining us, this is the DTR IMSA series. And I say DTR IMSA series, but been running coalition with TXM and also
Neil's
with
on board.
SPR. Neil's there.
Yeah, there's Neil.
Hey, something's there. No, it's all right. It did.
Yeah. So yeah,
mine just went blank anyway, so I'm glad that's just come up.
Yeah.
But mine completely went blank. There was nothing.
I don't know that anybody said anything. So yeah, it's re-racers still struggling with the handling on this with this Toyota, and as he comes through some of the back markers in GTD. He's got 9 seconds back to Wookie. Yes, again, we're going to be sitting here pontificating on who's going to need to pit again with less than 30 minutes left in the race. And I don't think I think Ree's going to be okay to the end. Might be right there, maybe needing to get tires or fuel. So so let's see. Wookie coming around turn 1. Yeah, he's going to have to pit in this lap. So this will be his final lap and his final stop.
It will, yeah. He won't need to pit again, so he'll be coming in probably out on softs, and I think he'll be good for the finish from that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Let's see if he can make clean going in through the kink into the international horseshoe or the infield horseshoe. That is such a fast. Like I say, it's a fast kink, and then you trying to pass a lapped car at that part of the track is such a high risk endeavor.
Squeaky bum time, and it's definitely when you get to that point. So yeah, no one wants to sort of you can be quite tentative when you're in the GTP as well, because you sort of realise that if you don't quite get it right, you could spoil it for somebody else. So because everyone's racing, so it keeps it fairly tight. But yeah, thanks. Richie's there as well. So hello, Richie. How all's going, mate? Yeah. So focus on the race now. That's great, mate. Thank you for that. So yeah, sorry guys. So it went blank, and I was just sort of thinking, I know guys, I know something's there, but that's great. So I'm glad all that's come back in. Thank you.
Yeah, as we see Wookie coming in to make his final pit stop. Got 1 liter of fuel left. Car, Ian is put some quick lap. He got a 33.1 there. Still carrying the fastest lap of the race. So he's down to 25 second to P1 overall.
Just going nice and gently through here now, so he doesn't. There you go. Nice patience. Well done. That's exactly how you should do it. Nice and patient. Entry drive was nice and took the racing line as such, and it just makes it so much easier to pass, doesn't it? So, great stuff. Good to watch.
Ledwin P3. Looks like he's probably going to be coming up on a pit stop in the next handful of laps. Less than a handful. Follow me. He should be good to the end of the race with the Porsche. A little bit better fuel economy, definitely better on the tires. Let's see Wookiees post pit stop. Fresh tires, full tank of fuel. And he's got Tooligan behind him, who will most certainly have to be pitting. He's got half a tank of fuel left, and his tires are starting to show some wear. There's Crazy Birch. As we see Valkyrie taking going in turn 1.
I know that Tasha was suffering with some sore wrists, so whether that's sort of playing a little bit, and a little bit of pain in the back as well, so whether that's played up a little bit for Tasha at TX and Crazy Birch, that might have been some problem today, but still there, still racing away, still putting in some good laps there as well, so nice, and some 134s coming in there too, so excellent driver, excellent race.
Yep, nice pass by cars into the kink with Cheddar. They're slowly working that he's nibbling away at that gap to the leader. And as we know, I don't think Cheddar's going to have to pit again. I think personally, Valkyrie might have to pit again for fuel. But real close for him.
It will be very close. Yeah, it's going to be very close. I think Valkyrie could probably save a little bit too if needs be. So might just monitor that distance between themselves and Fetter, Chad behind. So they might just monitor that distance, play around with the fuel a little bit, just whatever's safe. But it's going to be an interesting battle to the end, that's for sure.
Yeah. So we see Tyson's fuel gauge is pulsing away like a dying heart, needing fuel.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need a little bit very soon. And 154s and 155, 153.9 there as well. So tipping into the 153s, which is nice.
Starting to see a nice little see where we are with well, it's kind of a battle here for 12th. Nick's got pretty fresh tires and good decent amount of fuel, but the two cars chasing him are probably going to be stopping before the finish of the race. Definitely Wes is a little going to be requiring some fresh tires, I think. We see Tyson's in. Yep, so we said Tyson comes in. The Iron Names livery of this 458.
Put that one ready for him this afternoon, so I had to quickly just change the numbers because that's Ian's. That's Car's car really, but I put change the numbers on it and nice little livery.
We jump on board with Re-Racer. He comes into turn 1. And his tires are definitely showing some wear, and I think the odds on are that he's gonna have to pit for something. Could be both. It won't be a lot of fuel, but it would definitely be tires. So got just around 18 minutes of driving, and his tires are really accelerating on their wear. So as we discussed, the Toyota is just a high tire wear car. The degradation is very, very high. as he struggles to keep it on track, oversteer. The car's got so much power, it just wants to just destroy tires. And,
yeah, so much torque.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you for the compliment. We're trying to do our best to give you the lowdown on what's happening. And Ian is in the pits. Grabbed himself some fuel and some fresh tires. Let's see if he can. I think
definitely okay till the end now.
Yeah. It's looking at sprint race now to the end. You drive for an hour and 15 minutes, and then the last 15 minutes is a sprint race.
Yep, yeah, it is. It's such a lots of different sort of it's not sort of a set pace sometimes, is it? You sort of have to alter your strategy a little bit sometimes, just to sort of see what others are doing and then see what you're doing, and then sort of feel okay, well, sometimes you might have to sort of just switch it a little touch, or most times most people sort of have a strategy to go into it and they'll sort of decide, right, okay, I'm going to do that, and to try and stick with it. But you can get so easily caught up in a battle and a race, and before you know it, I forgot I'm supposed to be fuel saving at that point, I'm supposed to be looking after the tyres at that point, and then suddenly you have to change your strat a little bit.
Zach Reeves put in a couple purple sectors through the infield here. It looks like he might be putting a challenge on that, to nabbing that fastest lap. Let's see where he goes when he, 10th up.
Ooh. Interesting now as well, is there's no battery life there.
Yeah.
There'll be no battery at the moment.
Right. Just gained some 2/10 up, and this is in the power section of the advantage to the Toyota right now. Is we're pushing that 200 mile an hour speed to the start finish, and takes fastest lap.
Yeah, 1:32.5. I wonder, it's probably more controllable once the battery's gone, you know.
That's very possible, yeah.
It's probably the ideal point to be at. Get rid of it. Don't want it.
Right.
Move on the inside there. Yeah.
I think there's
P2. Sorry, I was going to say Peter's P2. You're going to be you're on the GTs at the moment, so look at the GTDs for a minute.
Take a look at our GTD leader. Valkyrie's wrestled that back, and he's lost a little bit of time. I want to say we were at a little over 7 seconds. Now we're at 7.1.
Yeah,
so there's a little bit of progress made by Chatter there, but again, we have 15 minutes left, and it's going to be tight, I think, on fuel for Valkyrie. But again, we haven't really been following the fuel usage on that. We know that the fuel usage is far better in these Group 4 cars than the Group 1 cars. Certain cars.
Yeah, definitely. Standard Valkyrie, there we go, got the pass, but because it was 8 seconds at one point, so 7.6 now, so it's going to be quite an interesting battle, because I think you've got sort of like a fuel against tyre battle going on, really, haven't you? Because Chad's medium tyres, but can probably go full tilt. As Valkyrie will be on the racing softs, but aware that fuel could be, I'm not saying it will be, but could be an influence towards the end. Could break it through a little bit. So, and it's almost the same time between P2 and P3 in GTD as well. So we've got the Honda coming in P3. Very consistent times, really consistent times there. 153s, 154. So as the fuel's coming out, the speed is increasing. So that's really metronomic performance there. That is almost.
But I think, yeah, as far as races go, I mean, as far as the strategy battle between GTP and who's going to have to pit when and where and for what, GTD has just been, you know, who can capitalize on penalties, because there's been a lot of penalties in the GTD class, coming through the Le Mans chicane. It's just everybody's been eating a half-second or a second penalty.
It's that lack of downforce, isn't it? I think sometimes, which is just you're hoping to get it just around, just enough, and then it's just that little lack of downforce at the crucial point, and you just sort of That's another 0.5.
It's that little bit of code brown going in and clipping curb. You're like, I gotta make that. And I better just cut some that I can versus touching that grass and spit it out. But yeah, like I say, Valkyrie's, it's built up a little bit more of a lead to Cheddar's now. It's at the 8.1, and we just as we were commenting on the GTD, it was 7.1.
They're listening to us.
Let's jump back to our leader in GTP. Again, racers, we've got Follow Me, FM78 coming into the pit, so we're going to set him aside as we, that we've always considered that the race was between Re-Racer and Cars, because they've been really battling the strategy. Is gone back and forth, and as we look at she's got to come in and get tires. They're done, and
I think
it's going to need a little bit more fuel to make it to the end. So
I think so.
Let's see. So let's jump on board with Cars. Cars, it's a minute lead. That's crazy. I didn't think it was that much.
So Re-Racer's pitting in now. Obviously going to get the tyres on and come out for the last 10 minutes, 12 minutes. It's not long to go now.
I cannot see how Ree does not lose. There's no way that she can lose the lead with it's a minute. It's over a minute to Cars, who's been really doing the strategy. And let's just give it to Wookie to just jump in out of the blue. It's in P2 and has a good chance of. Well, I don't think he's going to stay in P2, but it's putting good pressure in the Porsche.
Absolutely.
By the time Ree comes out, and we're looking at, probably still sticking at just around a minute, 50-50 of. Well, there's half second once we get him properly on track.
25 seconds, So 25 seconds between Wookie and Re-Racer now, so it's, that's all there is. But they will have both pitted in as much as they need to, so they're ready for the end of the race now. But
so like I say, we're looking at that 10-minute sprint race, and I think I think when you're doing a race like this and you start off and you lead for a good portion of the race and you don't really make any mistakes, but maybe your pit strategy lets you down, and then you realize there's no way I can make up 30 seconds. There's no way I don't have to pit, and they just got out of the pits. There's no way I can make that time up, and it's just like you get that little bit of a letdown, I think. But there's still a lot to fight for. I mean, Ian's got 15 seconds to Wookie, and we know that Toyota's really stupid fast. He's got 10 less
to the end. Little fuel to the end as well. So I mean, he's already. I mean, all of them now, I think, are all fuel to the end. The only one that will be close will be Ledwin, but I think Ledwin will probably stretch it. Could probably stretch it.
I think Ledwin can stretch it. I think that Porsche. I mean, I use that Porsche a lot for some of the races, and you can short shift it and make it to the end. And let's go on board with. Let's take a look at Valkyrie, our GTD leader. Again, we were sitting there scratching my head whether or not they can make it to the end, and I think there's a possibility they can make it to the end. They got 8.5 minutes left to the end here. and they've got a quarter tank of fuel, and they could short shift it, and be fine. I think
there's enough grunt. Yeah, there's enough grunt in the. There's enough torque in the old Bastion to.
Yeah.
For a little bit of fuel saving without compromise too much on the speed, isn't it? So.
But yeah, I give a lot of credit to all these drivers. I mean, 90 minutes is a lot of time to stay focused, especially with the mixed class for the faster car and the slower car, to make sure they're in the right place. And we have had some issues, and I don't think they weren't to be expected. They were going to happen, and I think everybody has been handle themselves in such a good way that they've been apologetic when it happens, and to make sure that no advantage has been taken.
There's been some good sportsmanship shown, so that's been really nice to see. Any mistakes, and there's been a sorry straight away for it. Really good.
Yeah, I think. Cheddar's not able to. And again, they start looking at this fuel. This fuel's not that different. So yeah. So let's go back through our standings currently. So still have Reed Racer leading overall. Toyota GR1 and a 20-second lead to Wookiee. Our first Porsche 919. Followed by Cars, who's putting on a valiant effort to try to at least catch back up. He was leading for a good portion of the race, and it again got into a different strategy, and see how it goes. Followed by DTR, Follow Me 78, and also another Porsche, and Ledwin.
Yeah, so Ledwin's got 4 more minutes. Yeah, probably just enough.
Yeah.
Probably just enough, so it'll be an interesting little battle there. Oh, Peter's just picked up a half-second penalty too, so that's going to be an interesting little battle between Ledwin and Peter, because there's a little bit of, that half a second might make a bit of difference now.
Yeah, Re-Racer's got to better to fastest lap at a 1:31.9. I don't know where it happened, but he did drop it. And then we do had Ledwin just was a purple sector coming onto the back straight, but he lost a lot of that. Again, the Porsche is known for handling, but not known for top speed versus the Toyota. So we have Hooligan in the Toyota, followed by Crazy Birch, Tasha, and she's got herself a blue sector into the infield here. So she had a very respectable, her fastest lap at 33.2. So hopefully she can keep bettering that as her fuel load gets down, and then as we get into the leader in GTD, RTR Valkyrie in the Aston Martin, and still keeping that lead over 10 seconds to Cheddar in the Ferrari, followed by the NSX Italia 458, and that's our driver's Italia 458, not the cars. Okay. and the Honda.
That's the one, yeah.
Then we have a DTR M3, also known as Nick. It does a lot of almost just about everything every type of sim racing Nick is involved in, whether it be iRacing, ACC, and here at GT7. And then we have Tom Fear.
Absolutely loves getting on track, doesn't it? Really enjoys it.
And then we got Wes, Boots and Kratz.
It's very tight between Tom and Nick at the moment, so Tom is right with Nick.
Yep, let's go jump back on there. We got a battle, and we'll follow.
We have indeed. Lovely little battle going on between the two 458s.
Nick holding that inside line.
And with Crazy Birch as well. He's coming behind them as well, so it'll be, I think, Crazy will be able to overtake though without.
Yeah, once I get up on that banking, get up on the banking, that Toyota is just so fast. It's like, yeah, we were debating it. He's gone, come and gone.
And Wookie as well. So Wookie's managed to get by as well, so that's good.
Yeah. So.
And Tom, I think, maybe slipped into a little bit of slipstream there.
Tom's able to take it in, but Nick, Nick giving him plenty of space, doing the right thing, see if he can get the exit.
That's so close. I think he's going to go for the run coming out there.
Just make sure neither one of them got it. Neither one of them copped a penalty. That's good.
So there's a nice little battle here now. So will Nick?
Yep.
Nick has the slip. Might want to sit behind and just stay as close as you can until the last lap. That might be the
I think for the for the GTD cars are probably Nick went below the yellow line. Hopefully they didn't get a penalty for that. I thought he dipped all four wheels on the inside of that yellow line. I know sometimes you do that, you will get a penalty. So yeah, this is a really good race. I mean, we do have to stay with it because that is the race, but we have probably about another 2 laps for the leaders in GTP.
You just stay with that group 4. I'll just flick through. I'll just see if there's anything else that I can draw your attention to. If there's anything.
Yeah, we'll stay on board with this battle here. It's like I think Nick is kind of biding his time, maybe make a last charge here towards the end, just like that, holding back through the infield. Maybe you can get up on the bank and get that right amount of distance to really take full advantage of the slipstream, we hope. Yeah, you don't want to be too close. Just that right amount of distance behind. Let's see if we can go on board with Nick. Go in the cockpit. Yeah, that way you can still get some of the slipstream, run through the Le Mans chicane as fast as possible as cars comes through.
Oh, he's absolutely probably for Nick there, so
unfortunate
there. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Yep, so see if we can jump on board with the racer here. Just come through the international. She's just jumped onto the banking.
29.2, so
yeah.
I don't have enough, I don't think. Okay.
Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, something fell in the back rail, I think. So, all right, we're on board with Free Racer. We are looking at possibly, is he going to make it to the line? We're going to have I think he's going to, yep, that's it. Free Racer with the win. Made it just at the nick of time.
Yeah.
We're going on board with Wookie. Wookie's coming through the Le Mans chicane, so that's basically the race. The race is over for everybody. Can you gain a position before you cross the line? So Hooligans also finished the race.
And 133.7 there as well, fastest lap for Wookie. So excellent time before. So there we go.
Wookie comes through. Ian's just coming out of the Le Mans chicane. We'll start getting some of the GTD cars finishing the race also. Valkyrie just takes the win in GTD.
Yep.
On board with cars right now as he comes towards the start-finish line to take P3, finish out the podium. Well done. Well done.
Chad is P2 and GTDs.
Yeah.
And Italian 458 is P3 in the Honda.
Yep.
And GTD.
Oh my gosh, what's going on up there? Something fell upstairs. Hold on a second.
There we go. So I'm going to bring it home just in front of Nick. Great battle they had. Excellent battle. So there we go. Tom just in front of Nick there. Very close battle towards the end there. really was. We have Nick there coming through. Splitson there come through to 13.
Yeah. Sorry for that.
There's Tyson as well, just about to cross the line for P14. And Ferrari 2. So excellent. There we are.
Yeah.
They've all finished.
Yep, all finished. Wow. Alrighty.
Right,
there we go. Yep, Re-Racer with the victory in pole position. Also with the fastest lap, but it did not record the He had the fastest lap, didn't he? Re-Racer had the fastest lap.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she didn't get the the star for it, but next. So again, it was jumping here for results. Yep, Re-Racer, followed by Wookie, Ian Cars, then DTR FM78, Ledwin Hooligan, Crazy Birch, and then our winner in GTD, RTR Valkyrie in the Vintage, followed by Cheddar, Hard Fought P2, then Italia 458, and Tom Fear, DTR Nick M3 Guy 100, and Boots and Cats, and Tyson TNT Old Fart. So,
yeah.
And I want to say, great race.
At the times between P10 and P14, their fastest laps are all pretty close there, actually.
Yeah. Definitely. Birch with a 33.2, and then Hooligan. I mean, they were within a couple hundredths of each other. So yeah, I mean, you have a Re-Racer, just inside 32 and 31.9. So yeah, that was just somehow probably got a draft from somebody just perfectly towards the end there. But great race. I mean, really, the cars were, at least in the Group 1 or GTP class, their differences and their strengths and weaknesses were, a balance of performance to each other, with between the Porsche and the Toyota, with the Toyota having top speed but not handling so great versus, the Porsche having better tire wear. So yeah, you run those strategies to each other was pretty interesting. And then you get into the GTD cars, where if I was a betting man, I would not have bet on the Vantage winning that race by 10 seconds. Definitely surprised me. Very well done by Valkyrie to take that car, which is not typically a car that people go to. The MR cars, the Ferrari and the NSX are so well balanced and such good points and bad points. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there was others to choose from. So I mean, in the Group 4 scenarios, there was also the RCF was also available too, which I did try, and I thought that wasn't too bad. It felt better than the Aston, actually, strangely enough. But there's a few different ones.
Yeah. All right, so we're on to race 2 in a couple of weeks, and I believe that's Watkins Glen is the next race.
It is, Watkins Glen is the next one, and that'll be Group 3s only, and that's a 60-minute race. So it's Group 3s only, 60-minute race at Watkins Glen. But there's also, preceding that, will be the first of the MX5 Cup Support Series races too.
So look forward to that.
That's a lovely little sprint.
Yeah, that's such a fun car to drive.
Definitely. Oh, definitely, yeah. But so that'll be a nice bit of fun. Coming up, a 60-minute main race, obviously, with that one, which is just Group 3s only. So that'll be interesting. Although both splits know who their splits are and they get points according to their split. But it'll be interesting to see how that race unfolds as well with the Group 3s. Be interesting on choices too. So that'll be pretty cool. But great racing tonight.
Yep, great racing.
To everyone completed the races. Everyone completed the whole distance.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a hiccup, but yeah, the well, we applaud Wookie for joining in and filling that spot, and patience for everybody that stuck around and wanted to get this race in. It was well worth it. It's a great race, and kudos to the DTR staff for setting everything up, and everybody for all their practice time and all their efforts to get it done. So I think with that, I'll pass it off to you, Moomin. I could say thanks everybody. We'll start cutting the stream off, but Moomin, you have the last word.
Okie dokie. Well, yeah, all I can say is congratulations and well done to everybody who took part today. Like I say, nobody finished early. Everyone saw it right the way through to the 90 minutes, which was commendable. And some exciting battles along the way, some interesting strategies as well that could have played out and did play out as well. So that was pretty interesting too. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of fun. So thank
lobby's
you,
over.
for joining us, and thank you very much to everyone who lobby's over. But thank you very much to everyone who's joined us tonight. Been an absolute pleasure doing this.
Yeah, and it was a great time. I think having two people is the way to go. And thank you, Moomin, for joining in. And thanks to all the drivers again. Great race. So everybody have a great night, and we will see you in a couple weeks at Watkins Glen.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody, and thank you so much for coming in and joining us. And it's going to be an interesting series. It's going to be a very interesting series indeed. So we won't see the GTPs until the last race now at Le Mans. So that's a nice thing. So that'll be the last time we'll see the GTPs.
All right. All right. Good night, everyone.
Take care, everybody. Thanks very much for joining us. Good night.
Good night.